welcome to Permadeath Extraordinaire, where we are going to continue our second Let's Play of Factorio. I say second because I died on the first run, and that's basically ancient history now. I think we're into episode 6 so far, so let's go ahead and get right back to it, shall we? Okay, here we go. I plan to do some RimWorld here really soon, by the way, because they just added a new referee, which is right up my lines. So that'll be a lot of fun, those of you familiar with the game. Those of you not familiar with the game, well, be sure and check out the stream and see if it's something that you might want to play. In any event, so where are we? Well, we're surrounded by hostile organisms. That was where we left off. And we're working towards securing this coal line, which is on the other side of a dense forest, which really stinks for us because forests and bugs makes for bad fighting conditions. Alright, so here's the factory for those of you new to the show. What it is it's a central artery system where the resources come in, and based on level of complexity they assemble sub-devices which I need to advance my research and to protect myself and my factory. Alright, that's the basics of Factorio. So without further ado, we're just going to go ahead and get back into it. Alright. Looks like everything's working fine on the stream, everything's running. Looks like I'm an idiot and didn't attach these into the power grid. Let's get that done while we're here. So we'll take a quick walk around the facility real quick. Why isn't this why? Because I'm stupid. Alright. So the way the facility works is our copper and our iron and our coal presently are coming in on one main artery. And from there it's disassembled. While I'm up here I'm also checking the status of all the drills. Like this one, not active, gotta replace it. So we'll just drop another one right there, and let's repower up the system. Get a conveyor belt on there so I can start delivering. These aren't working because they're clogged. And coal production is down a little bit. I need to be more aware of the coal production, by the way, because I keep running out of energy, and that's I really don't need that. Alright, so let's see. Let's put up a couple more. Oops. And I'm derping out here. I'm trying to get reused to the game. It's been a couple of weeks since I played it. I did a stream last night, and in that I more or less just took care of a lot of logistics. That wasn't entirely the best way to power this. I'm gonna have to run one outside the wall, it looks like. Okay. So, and a conveyor belt. And then these will be ready to go. Sad thing is this belt is locking up, which this should not be happening. Actually, okay, it should be happening. I just didn't know that I was that far ahead in coal production. That's good. That's good. Okay. So we have our main artery. Everything comes in. This will eventually be upgraded into a train station as I expand outward. Right now I've got everything turned off. That's why these lights are here. And then it feeds down into the furnaces and into the various sub-assembly shops. And anything that's not used gets recycled onto the main line and put back into circulation to perhaps be used on its next time around. That's how it's supposed to work in theory. Does it actually work? Well, no. Kinda. Almost. And that's the fun of the game, tweaking it to make it work. So that's half the facility, the other half is over here. The refinery. where my oil processing is being done. And this facility right now is mostly shut off. No, it's not. I'm burning up petroleum gas really fast, and I gotta quit that. Okay, yeah, as a matter of fact, this is a problem I should probably address now. The way the petroleum processing is working out right now is I end up with way more of this stuff than I do this stuff. And this is the stuff I'm using a lot of. So I'm going to have to figure out what to do with the light and the heavy oils. Otherwise they're going to stimmy production. I gotta wait for this to unlock. That's really all I can do at this present point. How much sulfuric acid do we have saved up? I'd like to fill the tank. So let's turn this one off and let that start filling up. I'd like to have the tanks full in case I have to mass produce something. I'd like to be ready for it, basically. And anything else that's using petroleum, I'm going to cut them off. Like this guy, he's using it. So we'll cut him off. I think that's it. Yeah. Oh boy. Alright. The next phase is taking on these bugs. I have to resecure this, I have to secure this coal point. And it's beyond a dense forest. Oh man, I cannot conceive of fighting my way through that forest and winning against a hive of that size. Alright. I'm gonna go increase my visibility distance, see if we can see a little bit further out. I think I built one too many. Oh, my inventory is so full. Where did they go? They're there. I did build one too many. These will probably attract more bugs. I guess I might as well build two more. Round it out. There's power poles. Aha! Tech. Alright, so I have the advanced oil processing now. Wonderful, wonderful. I'm gonna go with this one. Not the prettiest wiring structure, but it'll work. Okay, that'll expand my visibility radius on the map. And I'm just wandering while I try and think of what my next phase is. Oh, I just got the oil refining. So it's time to prepare for that. So I definitely have materials. I'm good. Oops, whoops, whoops. There we go. I was checking a comment west of the woods, and then head south. It's a possibility. Just got a few hives there to clear out. East might not be well. It's bad. The bug problem's bad. I'm kind of safe behind my walls for the moment, but I think it's going to start getting really bad here really soon. I'm going to get wiped out. I'm going to get permadeathed. Okay, so I now have advanced oil refining. So that means I can process stuff back into I can turn these back into that, basically, is what it comes down to. And I do need that. I'm just wondering the best way of wiring it in. Right here is about the best place. So, some refineries. Uh-oh. Ah, oh, stone bricks. Alright, I'm gonna go on a quest for stone bricks. I have some. They're right up here. I shouldn't. It's not like it's gonna be a grand epic quest. And I can build a gate while I'm there. I'm not bringing stone directly into the factory. I've got it kind of hidden out here in the woods. And bricks. Bricks, bricks, bricks. I've been acquiring bricks. I got plenty. Take a couple with us. We'll get rid of that small stack. What else? I got it. I'm good. Alright. I'm silly. I do need to put a gate up here. Let's build a few more of those. Okay, back to where we were. Oh, well, at least on this stream I can focus on the same task without getting distracted. There's 10,000 things to do in this. 1, 2, 3 at any given moment. Like right now I could use everything. A little bit more of everything. Now, there is another option. There is a third option, by the way, regarding this. Excuse me. I could burn it all down. And to hell with the pollution. And give me one quick moment. I don't want to be rude and cough in the microphone again, so I'll be right back. I gotta clear my throat, apparently. Alright, I'm alive and I'm back. Alright. Woohoo. Two good things all at once. Now, refineries. I thought I built 3. Did I place one somewhere like an idiot? When I was hacking? Oh, it took it that long to build it. I guess one should look at the building menu. Or the building queue. Okay, so these are going to tap into these lines and then feed back into these lines. I think one right around here should work-ish. Yeah, I can always overpipe it. Okay, so these are going to be doing advanced oil processing. Wait a minute, I completely lied. Whoa, I have completely misinterpreted the oil system. One sec. I don't know why I did that, because I know how this works. It's not like this is my first refinery. I just need to change these over, now that I have the capability. And this should... Oh boy, there's no way through here. This should give us... Oh boy, there's really no way through here. I'm going to make a way through here. With an underground line. Alright. And you shall do the same. Okay. Still going to need a refinery down here to make this. And I also would like to have a solid fuel because I need to cut back on the fuel, on the coal consumption. I'm not entirely certain I can secure that coal source to the south in any reasonable amount of time. There's another way I could do it, and that's to build forward bases. And that would be basically clear out some woods. I think that might be the answer. This is a collection of bugs, and they look aggressive. When they start doing this, that's when they're going to start coming after you. Let's go see if we can see them. And it looks like, yeah, there's a nest that set itself up really close, and it's got artillery worms, and artillery worms are bastards. And, yeah. And not only is this forest, it's particularly dense forest. And the danger, to anybody not familiar with the game, is the bugs are extremely fast. Like, when I say that, you might think, yeah, they're fast. No, they're really effing fast. It's the best way of describing them. And there's some ruins of them right there that my turrets took out. And that's where our excess fuel is going to go, into flamethrower turrets, which I'm going to start constructing a system now. Anyway, so if the bugs are coming at you fast and you end up getting like stuck in these woods like that, you're dead. You're dead. You're dead. About that long is how long it takes them to kill you. At this stage, I'm not wearing any armor, and I've had a couple of viewers in the past just ask, what the hell are you thinking? You've been doing all this without armor. I actually attacked a hive, one of these bug hives, with no armor. And that was just done through pure adrenaline and hope. Two powerful weapons. Adrenaline and hope. The only weapons we have. So, accomplishing that, that worked out pretty well. Welcome to the show, 2-Bit. Burn it down. That would be most excellent if there was like an interplanetary environmental group that would come and bitch at you and make your life hell and, like, you know, damage your factory. An armed antagonist group. Your pollution gets too high, they come in to shut you down. The social justice marines. Oh, it's a terrible joke, I'm sorry. It's really politically incorrect. But still pretty funny. So... I'm sorry, my brain's still on that. Social justice space marines. It just gets even better the more I think about it. Okay, I'm gonna stop. In any event, another viewer, need more turrets. I definitely agree. And we're going to do that because I'm going to start thinking on the aggressive now. I've been on the defensive. We got walls. I have plenty of bricks, so I can make more walls. I have the technology to build more technology. I'm going to turn on the big factory this thing and make it all work for a little bit till it gets all clogged and screwed up, and yeah. I really need to take the time to observe it over time, slowly, just watch it and do some tweaks, but for now, it works. You know, it's pretty good. So yes, the iron gets fed onto the conveyors, into the furnaces. The furnaces then turn out iron plates. The plates then get grabbed. Some of them, oops, they're all getting snarfed up by me because I'm a greedy bastard. And no, actually, that's for personal use. Because you do a lot of personal crafting, so that's why I've done that. And, okay, so, anyway, copper and iron then go into circulation, eventually. What the hell is wrong with this belt? I need to upgrade this belt. Why? Because that's dumb. I'm dumb. Apparently, I forgot to put outputs on some of these. Okay. And I didn't even build some for some of these. Wow. I was clearly not concentrating last game. Okay. I need to upgrade these to the better furnaces. I'm going to stay on a coal and burnable fuel system for a while before upgrading to electric, because it'll make for better streaming, more exciting, more pollution, more bugs, more complex belts. But these we could definitely use a few of. Because right now we're not quite putting out all the copper we could. We need to do this a little faster. So we're going to do that now. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. That should do it. Now, iron output, I might end up having to do the same as well. You need ludicrous amounts of resources for endgame, and we'll be figuring that out using trains, because there is a really wonderful train building system in this. So it's kind of like a train set with hostile bugs and a factory. This game, I find it highly enchanting. And it is one of those that you can kind of come to and go from. The building goes a lot faster than you'd think. And anyway, so yeah, with that in mind, let's see what's going on here. We're not getting the power we... Oh. Notice the electricity's awful. That means the factory's not working right. And to be fair, to see just how bad this thing locks up, because one thing I can analyze at the end of operations is I can see what I end up with too much of. Need more turrets. Turrets good. Oh yeah, we have more visibility now. Is there any other coal around us at all? Not really. Ooh, the resources are few and far between on this planet. I kind of set it that way. So that I'd have to build train set. Yay, train set. It's good to know there's another source of oil. Oh wow, we're gonna need some heavy firepower to get through this mess. Hurry up, research. I think the research is stymied because I haven't fed it. To do research, you need potions. Magical potions equal research. And we just unlocked these blue ones, so we're just getting all this part of the line from here over was built last night in the last stream, so I don't at all trust me because I wasn't clearly paying attention to what the hell I was doing. Okay, we're seeing some purples getting through, so I'm going to activate these and turn them into active factories. I had them on standby to make sure I was producing enough. And where are my grabbies? They're there. Inputs, outputs. Actually has a lot to do with where and what goes where. Okay. So we should see good things happening soon, I hope. It's so quiet over here, like not a lot's happening, you know? And then the more you get this direction, the more crazy it gets. Yeah, this would be the quote-unquote heart of it all. Anyway, we're gonna let this thing run for a minute because I gotta go do some work over on the refinery. It's time to do some defensive refitting. So, first thing is, a little bit more power would be a good idea. This has been set up but not implemented yet, so should be an easy task to get it up and running. Let's see, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3, and 5. That's okay, good enough. We should still be able to achieve the proper temperatures for the number of boilers that are on this line. It'll be fine. Alright, and I should disable this for a moment because I'm going to have to do some work up here. So let's do that first. Okay, so, yeah, shortly here we'll have some power plant going. I'm really derpy on the controls, remembering where they all are. I've been playing another building game called From the Depths, so all of my controls I'm thinking are from that. Oh, more tech. Yay, I love more tech. Okay, what we really need is rocketry. Rocketry will allow us to advance ourselves to understand alien technology. And Military 3, which will give us tanks, and my favorite, power armor. Actually, I think we already have power armor. But not good power armor, because I don't have any of the modules or anything unlocked for it, really. In any event, that's what's going to happen. And we can afford this cheap. Okay. In the fact that I can make blues and reds really fast. Everybody getting power? Alright, sweet. Okay, it'll take those a moment. What's going on? Oh, I'm derpy. Okay. Derpiness aside, these should be running. They'll get plenty of water. It's temperature I'm worried most about. Want to try and get up to 100? Or as close to as possible. So, they're working good enough. They're already working at maximum capacity. That sucks. I'm gonna have to rebuild the power park a little bit. I'm just gonna have to add to it. Another few pumps. That's what I'm thinking. Alright, so, let's see, one sec here, let me adjust something. Sorry, moving around a few screens and windows so I can see what the hell's going on. One more. Okay, alright. Let's see, while I'm here, this is my little stash where I put stuff that I don't need or I don't want anymore, like these. So we'll drop those off. They're more or less obsolete, so... Wonder why I didn't group them. Let's try it again. Okay, I guess it's not going to group. Alright, fair enough. Chests. Oh yeah, chests don't do that. Or do they? I don't know. Forget it. Talking to myself. What else don't I need? I don't have any fish on me, do I? Fish regenerate you, so eventually I'm going to need those for combat purposes, so I've been gathering them as I go. You'll occasionally find them in lakes, like there's one right there. Grab him. And we'll throw him in the chest. Alright, later those will be very useful. Okay, back to the refinery. And I want to grab some walls, because I'm gonna need a lot of walls. And I probably should go back and grab some iron before I head all the way over there. Let's make this a 2-row box. Apparently I was already trying to save some bricks and stone, which I don't know why I'm doing that. There's plenty. One thing I got plenty of is stone. Coal is our big worry. Our entire life revolves around coal. If this line here goes dead, we're in big trouble. Now, it may look like there's a lot there, but I don't think it's going to last a whole lot longer. We're going to start burning a lot of it. Okay, so I cut this off for need of petroleum. These are going to fill up. This should... It's not filling up. That's sad and disappointing. Why are you not filling up? Ah, crap, because these need water to do the advanced petroleum distilling. Crappy shit. Damn. That's a problem. Why didn't I count on that, or did I? I don't think I did. Okay. No problem. We can make it work. All we need is a little bit of mad science right here and we'll be great. We just gotta run a central line through here. Probably right through here. Like this. Tap in there. Tap in there. Tap in there. We'll be good. Now it's asking for the stuff from the opposite end. So I don't know if it'll actually require us to do that. So let's give ourselves some easy access for now and forevermore. Until we die horribly when these bugs start attacking. Make sure he is connected. Okay. And run the water tap here. Yeah, we'll do it underground. To there. And we're just going to test this real fast to see if it's going to screw us or if I can do it that way. Will you? No. Okay, it wants the petroleum on this wing, notice. And it wants water on the other wing. Of course, that's exactly what it wants. Alright, so. Rage quit. We're gonna make this go underground. Because we can cross underground lines, we're just gonna have it feed right in. And he's just gonna be basically dedicated forevermore to that. And this one's gonna come in here, he's gonna go... I knew it was gonna do that. Down one, over one. Why? Because it's silly that way. Oh, this is such tight piping here. You know what? Let's drop this back a little bit. The reason I'm doing this, I want to run a little tap that I can actually kind of make a little sense out of without it immediately tapping into the other pipe. There we go. Yay! How far will you go? Oh, a little ways. Alright, excellent. Forgot. 10 squares. I think. Is it 10? I think it's 10-ish. Okay, we're going to drop that for now. Take this straight over. and do another underground tap like we did before. Because that seems to keep the pipes from crossing a little bit. Oh, right, where are we going to next? What the hell am I doing? Oh yeah, water pipe. Got the water pipe here. Go ahead and run that into the system. Once again, got to kind of bring it down, otherwise these will automatically connect themselves. We definitely don't need them doing that. Okay, now we need to build some curb pipes. This is why I needed to grab some iron before I came over here, but I took a chance. Okay, we gotta wait here for just a minute while these pipes finish building. How many curbs did I build? I think I built too many. Let's not do that many. There we go, much better. Okay, now we can proceed. And this will go down one again, just like the others. And we're good to go, finally. Right now, light and heavy oil, we don't need anymore. So what we really need is this stuff. Petroleum. I think, is it petroleum? Petroleum, yes. And then we got light oil and then heavy oil. Now, these I'm going to put to use for a defensive weapon system, which we're going to start building right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to be a big system. It's going to take it's going to take a lot of resources, and it's going to be clumsy, huge, and stupid like everything else that I've been doing, and it'll be beautiful. It will be magnificent. It's going to take so many resources to build this, but it should be good. This is going to be a flamethrower defense perimeter. Alright, let's see, where are we now? We got rocketry. Explosive rocketry is very useful. That will lead it. That helps with the tank. I know that. Ooh. Alien tech. That's good stuff. Better grenade damage could be useful. We can build modular armor right now. I could probably do some damage against the enemy. Combat shotgun. Poison capsules. I haven't used poison capsules or slowdown capsules. I've never used them in the game. Let's research them. It'll add to the factory. Anything that adds to the factory is awesome. Viewer comments, cut out the middleman, fry them bugs with petrol. Exactly. And you know what? I think I'm going to try something that I don't think I've ever seen done before. The oil wells aren't working. Why aren't the oil wells working? I have an idea. Or that idea is to build some gates. And more gates. More gates. Let's see if we can get the rotate button right. I keep hitting the rotate button for from the depths. I've got to quit that. Okay, the power's down because I'm silly and apparently broke the power lines somewhere. So, we're going to have to trace this. Seems pretty intact. Really? That's how... Oof. Talk about a not entirely secure power grid. One connection, huh? some of them outside of the wall. Oh, that's smart. Really using my brain. Nice. Well, half of the game is fixing the damage I've done to myself. Basically, that's what it is. Okay, so I'm going to have to build a wall all the way through all this heavy woods and crap. But I don't want to go there. So we're not going to yet. Unless I have to. I'm not going to expand too far in that direction. Yet. That dead tree is blocking progress. Okay. Don't know why I took that one out. Much better. Okay. Where is the oil taps? Are there? And we got to finish this wall on this side. Let's go this way. Am I really out of walls? Like, for really real? Okay. Here come the bugs. They got wiped out by the turret, but they're gonna start coming more aggressive. Let's see, where are the wreckage? There's the dead bugs. So this turret, we're gonna amp him up with a little bit more ammo here. And we're gonna move all these forward, actually. Guess I should. Come on now. We got this. We got this. I could take out the entire interior wall, but that's no. That's going to be there in case it gets really bad. I'm not sure how bad this game gets. Uh-oh. I hear bad things already happening. That was dumb. Can we put the wall back, please? I will go get more walls here in a little bit. And let's go ahead and arm these up. I think he might see a lot of action. I think this one might see a lot of action as well, so I'm going to go ahead and just give it the whole 50. And I think that one might see some action as well. Okay. We'll get some more walls. Gonna need a lot of them. Make sure the wall factory is functioning. And I need to actually build a couple of things, or I need to get a couple of these factories actually working. Like, I need plastic at the main base, otherwise nothing's gonna work right. And I need batteries at the main base as well. So we're gonna go ahead and turn those on. Yeah, train might be a good way to get back and forth. I could build a car, but I don't have a highway. May have to build a highway. That would add to the large, complex, overbearing nature of this factory. Alright, what do we got here? It looks like we've got too many computer chips. And it looks like we've got a lot of yellow walkways going in. We're going to double output of these. We set this factory up for a reason earlier because I do have a couple of facilities that need these. So many yellow walkways circulating. Let's take these out. We're going to turn them off for the moment. Eventually you can get networks to do this for you, and I haven't started working with those yet. Yeah, we have a bunch of factories using the yellows, actually. This one is not getting the yellows it needs at all. Okay. So, we'll compensate. There are some getting through here, I noticed. Well, no, they're not. Ah, this is built on a different pattern. Okay, I'm going to flip these. I think these were placed before I had my direction set. Okay, do we really need this many greens coming out? Because it is eating up all the yellows. Yellow, when I say yellows, the yellow grabbers, they're needed by this factory and by all these. You know what? I think I'm going to turn a couple of these off for the moment. And hopefully more of the yellows will start getting through. Let's watch this here for a moment, shall we? Ah, one got through. Wow. Okay, so one got through. I've doubled the output of these factories. What are they not getting? This factory is not getting what it needs. Because, believe it or not, this needs to grab just one square higher. Looks like it's going for the yellow conveyor belts and yellow grabbers. Needs a little bit of power. Take that one out. This is an input, right? Okay. Okay, more of them are getting through. Good. These should be getting grabbed down this line and fed into the main line here. Hopefully. Yep, there we go. Oh, it got stuck because there's too many greens. We're going to let that clear itself. Okay, he's not getting plastic, but that's okay because that's on the way. I'm lying. Plastic is never going to be created because I've never turned on the coal feed. Yeah, see, I should try and work a circuit or something and see if there's a way that I can make on-off switches. I think I can for specific things. I don't know how to use those. I'm going to have to mess around with that. But I'll do that off camera because that could be one of those things. I don't want to appear completely derpy. In any event, where are we going? Moving on. This factory has too many green chips. This belt has way too much crap on it. I'm going to have to express these belts, as in make them fast belt. It might help spread out some of this, some of this madness. These guys, again, are not getting, these are not getting plastic. They gotta have the plastics. For sake of getting this machine running properly, I may have to cheat it a little bit just to jump start it. Because I do have plastic. 200 of it. Yeah, we're going to jump start it real fast. Otherwise this belt's going to be clogged when the plastic does come along. Wait a minute. I'm stupid. Stupid. There we go. Try it again. But I don't want to give them too much because when the plastic does start coming, it's created very fast and we end up with a lot of it. See, like right now the line's getting clogged because I'm wondering if I should interfere or if I should let it try and clear itself. This line is getting extremely clogged. I'm gonna let it run a little while longer. You know what? This thing's actually running pretty damn smooth compared to some of the prior episodes where it wasn't running so smooth. Any event. And it's not the smoothest. No, it's supposed to be a Willy Wonka catastrophe, and I think I'm getting there pretty well. But boy, isn't it fun to watch. Factorio, the game where you watch things do stuff. Okay, and take on a... Oh my god, look at all these bugs. Alright, time to research. Let's not research, but personal research. To make modular armor, we're going to need processing units, blue ones. To make those is, I think, a pretty messed up process. Yeah, we got to make those at the refinery. At the refinery. Okay, we're off to the refinery. I had the refinery belts turned off. There we go. Okay, so we do have some copper getting through, right? Okay, yes we do. Copper. How are you? You're not... I built all those furnaces and I never even placed them. Come on, viewers, help me out here. How am I going to play these games without your input now? Reminding me to do this stuff. Alright. Well, I guess they're getting placed now, so everything's good. That'll be probably way more than I have actually copper coming into the factory. Let's watch this for a moment and see how many furnaces actually fire up. Not bad. And some of them are getting through. That's good. Okay, they're getting through. Are enough getting through. They're really only needed in a couple of places, so... And hopefully the munition factories are working, because I think we're going to need a lot of ammo. And I do need to make some laser turrets. Those require some processor units. Oh yeah, by the way, since I'm here, let's get some iron. Enough to carry us for a while. Alright, and... I'm seeing a lot of copper wiring, but not a lot of copper plates getting through here. I would adjust the copper, but no, it took a while to tweak it as is. So I think I might leave it alone for the moment. Is there any copper getting through? I mean, really? Let's check. I need plates to get through so they can get over to the refinery. And I don't see any copper plates on this belt at all. That's a problem. Let's find out where they're getting snarfed up. There goes one lonely plate on his way. That one will make it to the refinery. We need more than just one going through, though. We're making more wiring than we need, so I am going to tone this back a little bit. We'll just turn that off. Place it with a light. Put up better power. Alright, well, it's good to know that the wiring factory will be able to churn out just mad wires. Might need those. Alright, for the moment, is one going to keep up with demand? Doesn't look like it. Alright, who else even needs wiring? That's the good thing, is I can always just check with visual reference to see who needs what. These guys need a little bit. There is some getting through. Oof, I'm pushing the electrical power grid again. Gonna have to upgrade that. Gotta do that soon. Alright. We'll worry about that later. For now, it looks like everything's kinda running okay. Alright, off to the refinery. Yep, we got plastic coming in. Notice there's a lot of it. It's made in little batches of like 2, and it comes out just really fast. Before we go to the refinery, I built something last night before we close the episode, and I want to go see how many of them are ready. And I want to use them over at the refinery, that's why I'm grabbing them now. Uh-oh. Bugs. Where are they? Ah. Show you a live bug. So there's a live bug. They seem pretty squishy, but yeah, you'll see. They come at you pretty hard. Alright, well, we know where to build our next turret. And I think I've got one in the inventory. Or did I place them all? I did place them all. What do you know? I have to grab some arms. I was going to say armament. But what I really meant to say was ammo. This doesn't see much action, so I'm just going to give it 25. It should be fine with that. And for the moment, we don't need these refineries. I really don't expect these to see too much action, to tell you the truth. And let's see, is there any other undefended perimeter? Well, kinda. If these bugs attack, they're gonna probably come up towards this corner, which is defended. One turret should be okay, we should be alright. This is what I was building. 3, uh-oh, well, that's not good. 3. 3. That's pretty funny. Okay, I need to go get more. I need to refill everything, so let's refill everything. Actually produced a pretty good amount of stuff. Keep going, machine, keep going. Seem to be working okay-ish. I'm not going to curse myself, but 1, 2, 3, 4. don't need grenades. We do, but we have plenty right now on us. Don't have any drone. No drones. Are those still? Yeah, they're turned off. What don't I need so much of? I could probably drop off a couple of these. And since I turned that factory off, I'm actually going to take a couple of those down south really quick with me and physically feed the machine down there. I'm just going to take the rest of that. We can use this for personal use. Like so. I don't really think we need this much coal or wood. And we're good. Alright. How much actual steel do I have? Let's get 2 of those. Okay, up to feed the labs. Only 60 blues. I was hoping to see a lot more in that. A lot more than that. Very disappointed. Alright. And how many of these did I produce for myself? Not a whole lot. Okay, I'm going to deactivate this because we actually need those reds to start making their way down the line a little further. This is just packed. What are you not getting? Where is all the iron and stuff going all of a sudden? Everything was working so well. I turned off one wiring factory and now everything's all wonked up. It's a delicate process. Alright, these guys are not getting stuff they need. They have batteries. I don't think they're getting these, the red chips that they need. Because these guys are now not getting the wiring they need. There's one piece came through. There's another one up on that. Maybe I need to have one of these grabbing wiring? Really? That seems weird. We'll try it. If I can remember where it is. Losing my mind. There we go. Now, iron plates are not making their way through. Or are they? You know what? This thing's actually running okay-ish. I think I'm just gonna not mess around too much. I don't want to break it. Alright, with that in mind, we're heading off to the refinery. Dun, dun, dun. And we're going to build a new leg to make blue circuits. Okay, so the goods come in, they go on this stupid loop. This is just a temporary dumb arrangement that I made. What we're going to do is change it a little bit. We're going to go further out with it, like this. We're going to make it even bigger and dumber. And down like this. I call this the "you big dummy" approach. Ah, technology. Demder Technologies. Ooh, tank. Tanks. Tankety tank tank. Tanks are meh, they're good and bad. I believe I could maybe put one to use. Or two. Alien tech is really nice too. Alright, but we'll do this. Because I can afford to do it. This is a temporary line still. A lot of this is going to change because I have to expand outward to get more resources. I'm going to have to add another leg on the factory for making motors. And it's going to have to be a leg that can be turned on and off. Because motors, you need them and you don't need them. So I don't need just a constant influx of motors coming in. Okay. I'm believing my petroleum stores are probably empty. Yeah. I knew it. And these tanks are full. So, we turn all this off. 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 And these are basically now on their own. Good luck. Okay, so I need to make blue circuits now. And to do so, we need sulfuric acid, greens, and reds. We'll get the greens and reds from the main factory, obviously. And so we need just... I have a feeling it's going to take a long time to build these. So probably at least 2 factories. How did I only get 3 chips out of those factories just now? Did I just not even... Because right now, holding what I'm holding, it says I can make 37. I'm gonna go check that out again here in just a sec. But first, factory. Factory. These are both gonna make blues. Blue. Blue. Alright, they want the acid from the top, which is good. Makes it very easy. Don't give me that. You can get a mod actually that allows you to reach further for building purposes, for, you know, faster building. I think it's called Far Reach or something like that. Alright. This is vanilla, no mods. And yes. These would have selectors to grab only what they need. I could actually build them right up on the line. Let's do that. Here. Save us the conveyor work. Input, and outputs. Alright. And you're going to be making blues, and pipes. Pipes. You are piped in, everybody piped in, right? Yep, yay. Is that? It is exactly what I thought it was. Strange power line. Everything's still powered though? Okay. Was blocking our new pipe. There we go. You can walk through power lines, thankfully. And these are basically ready to go. This return belt's going to need a few more grabber arms to grab some of this other stuff that we're putting out now. In this case, they're going to start with these. Eventually, we're going to have to put arms like the coal one. We're going to have to make others to grab copper and iron, the excess that's been coming in, and deal with that. This I don't want too full of coal, so we're going to stop him. We'll go down to here. We'll stop it there. Then that way, stuff that's not used will end up back in the main factory via the return loop. Okay, so anything else I can do while I'm out here this very instant? We're making the blues. What does it take to make these anyway? Okay, coal, circuits, steel. I could easily add a wing to the factory to make these. Mines take steel and explosives. Explosives, that's something that takes sulfur, coal, and water. So, the sulfur and coal, we're going to eliminate this. In favor of a continuous loop. One continuous loop. Sulfur, coal, and water. There's the water tap. This is going to interfere with the way these pipes are supposed to go. These pipes are supposed to continue this way and have factories pull off of them. So this whole arrangement's all messed up. It'll almost work the way it is. I'm just going to have to move this belt, which is temporary anyway. And why is there a turret up here doing nothing? This turret is so old, from before the wall was even here. I just ran out here to secure this area and I built that turret. Let's not get rid of that. Let's keep it here. So yeah, this will go. Guess it can run parallel with this. It actually could. You know what? Let's rework this. Let's do this right now. Right this moment. This is the actual return back to the base of forever. Which right now is, it's over there working. Things are getting churned out. Resources are getting burned. We're just going to eliminate all of this for now. Okay, and we're going to take that out. And replace it just for now with a ground belt that we can see. And this one goes. There. Then this whole belt can go away. Okay, there's a little error in the spacing here, but I think I can fix it. In the fact this is too close, we can fix it pretty easy. We just make it not too close. Ta-da! Okay, now what did that accomplish for us? I don't effing know. What did I do that for? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay. Oh, finished products will be pulled off the line and put back onto this one, as well as some recycled materials. Something like this. Let's start left to right. This is going to grab extra coal. Why is this guy not... This guy right here should be taking copper. And steel. Why isn't he? Because you're not getting any steel. It's all getting gobbled up by this greedy box. This box also is supposed to hold sulfur, which just got gobbled up by the machine. But it's been grabbing up all the iron. I have to tweak that. I'm gonna have. We'll figure that out later. I can't fix it right this minute. Let's see. So this all feeds in. Excess stuff is. Wait a minute. If this is feeding in, we can't be grabbing stuff off of it right here. That's just silly. Okay. How are we going to do this? We're going to have to run this on separate lines. At least for a moment. So let's pull this one. Put it more underground. Did that actually work? I think it did. No, it didn't. And wait a minute, what am I doing here? This is all messed up. That one's working. That one goes to here. Cross to here. Erase that. Here. To there, and we're good. Now this one. To run. This is a kind of a silly little system. I put these on the wrong side. Wasn't thinking in the long term when I built this. I think that's gonna have to be what we got for now. I guess. This is such an inefficient, crappy system. We have to adjust this a little later. Okay, but for now, it's going to grab coal, blue circuits, iron, copper. Wait a minute, I think that's dumb. Let's make this grab all the finished products. So we got that. We'll make 2 of those that do the same thing. Plastic, battery, chips. This will grab extra coal, iron, and copper. And return that back to circulation, and then we'll use this to completely clog the line even more. And if I actually drop one of these on here, will it It won't put stuff on the other track, will it? That's such BS. Okay. So I'm stuck using the inside track only, huh? Unless we do this. Actually, no, we can't. This is dumb. This entire system is just totally dysfunctional right here. Yeah, we need something better here. Why did I put the return on? What was I thinking? I clearly wasn't thinking that deeply. I totally messed all that up. Oh well. Okay, so we have our blue chip factories. And we have a conveyor belt that completely locks up. And that's awesome. I think we'd be better off doing this. I can just have this go right in, right? Something like that. Nah, then I'm back to the one track thing again. Damn it. Alright, so be it. Deal with it the way it is. Alright, we need more walls to continue that project. I somehow got overloaded with coal again. This whole line is overloaded with coal. We need a lot of plastic back at the main base. I might turn this on for just a minute. And this is bad. I'm gonna create 2 coal grabbers. And it looks like we're a little shy on power, and that's something we're running into here. This whole thing I'm gonna have to just completely tear down and rebuild. It's a complete and total wrong. I may run it up north as in take these 2 belts and run them up here and see what I can do, because I've got room here that I can mess around with. I want to do that now, kinda, because I'd love to get this thing running semi-efficiently like the main base does. You know, almost working. We're actually still creating batteries, which is good. Give it a little jump start on the metal here. Because there's not a whole lot of it coming in, I notice. Looks like these doing great. Getting rid of the plastic and the batteries off the line. This guy's churning out the plastic. The factory works great when it's running. I do need to turn it off though. I just wanted to put a little bit more plastic into circulation for the moment. Tempted to put more sulfur, but not right this minute. What we need to do is concentrate on the flame turrets and getting the outer wall established. And this is why I wanted those modules. Because these are basically not putting out a whole lot right now. 0.2 a second, and that will drop down to 0.1 a second. They're actually working okay-ish. What I wanted to do is, that's why I got these, because extra products. So we'll put one in each. I was going to put two in each, but I didn't produce as many of these as I thought I was going to. And that should give us a little bit extra oil here and there. Okay, so now the next stage is I'm going to go on a 3 to 5 minute intermission. I'm going to take this wall down because we don't need it no more. And then I'm going to be back and we're going to continue on making the outer perimeter defense. And before I go, I'm going to top off my research because I think it's frozen. Which I know exactly what it wants. It wants more blue. And it looks like this belt feed is given a good supply. A little too much coal is coming through to the other end here. We have an abundance of coal. Let's see how much of it's actually here on the line. A lot of it is here on the line. So I'm going to turn this off. You off. Oops, I forgot. Just right click. Turns it right off. Looks like we got a little bit of an iron shortage going on here. Yeah, a little bit more iron on the line. Looks like it would be in order. It's not what we need. We need more of these blues. A lot more need to be coming out. So let's go see if we can figure out what's going on here. What are you missing? Reds. I'm gonna jumpstart these two with the reds I've got. And then the reds themselves, why aren't you producing? What do you need? What do you lacking here? Computers. Let's see, you have not been programmed to get rid of these. So do that now. The blue ones I'm just going to stubbornly keep on the line. These guys are going to need wiring. I'm going to jump start that. Purple grabbers. Okay, what's he not getting? I had a feeling that's what it was. I think I'm going to grab a couple of these purples for myself and also to clear the line a little bit. Okay. That gives me plenty to work with because I use them. I think I probably cheated a little bit, but that's alright. Yeah, it's churning them out over here, so... I'm gonna help with a few batteries. Why not? We're here, we can do it. Okay, and we do have extras. What else do we need over here, do you think? Plastic we got plenty of. Looks like some more wiring. Perfect. And computers. Always computers. Yeah, not quite getting the tubing through that we used to, because I shut one of the factories down. I think we better bring this one back online. I think. Okay, everything seems to be running. It's a little clogged, but I think we're going to turn off the feeds. Wow, this has a lot of stuff coming back that can't fit onto the belts. These belts are always just packed. I should use a long handle grabber to throw it over on that belt. I'm gonna do exactly that. There we go. That won't help a lot, but it'll help a little bit. To be honest, a lot of this coal isn't going to go away. It's just going to be eternally recycled. Alright, what are these not getting now? Now what are they not getting? It looks like they're getting what they need. Batteries, purples, reds, yeah, everything's there. Let's see, the red factories, yep, once again, need to get more computers on the line. And it doesn't look like, yeah, Alright, I have plenty of computers. We should have a bunch of those laying up here in the box. And what else could we feed into the machines? We could probably feed a couple of these in somewhere. And a couple of those. We'll get rid of the rough stack, grab the full one. Probably some steel somewhere. Okay, how many did I make this time? There we go, that's a little better. Awesome. Alright. And I'm going to top that off to begin with. Top that off to begin with. And then we'll go down here. And we're going to turn this back on, grab us some reds for our own personal greed. We're going to have to start churning a lot of reds out and sending some of them off to the refinery. Two-bit. I see your comment there. New and improved, big and dumb. Now with bigger and dumber. That's clearly an old comment. I need to check the screen a little more often, I think. Methinks I needs to move the screen over to where I can see it, or I'm doing pirate. Okay, so to make these work, we're going to have to make yellow grabbers and yellow walkways, or yellow conveyors, whatever you want to call them. I can physically feed them because I have a lot of these now. Actually, I'm going to leave these shut off. They were shut down for a reason. There's a lot of yellow walkways creeping around still. Okay, this is what I'm most interested in. Computers. 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 And computers. There's no tubes being made right now, so throw which ones I've got into there, along with a little bit of plastic, because there is plastic still floating. And then this all needs stuff that I really don't have a whole lot of. So we'll see how many more blues come out. But for now, let's load up the science labs and see what we get out of this. Oh, everyone counts. No, we'll come back for this. We can sit there all day doing that. Not gonna fall into that trap. Okay, so still not producing the kind of blues that I'd like to see. But we'll have tanks momentarily, and that's going to require another addition to the factory. But I am going to do that promised intermission first, because I was going to do that forever ago. Electric furnace? Yeah, we don't want those. I know they're more efficient and less pollution, and they're better, and coal, but having this little fuel, this oncoming, I should say, fuel crisis definitely adds a little excitement to the genre. So I'm doing it for you, the viewer. In any event, explosive rockets. I like it. 100 science packs. It's expensive. We should burn through more of these first. So let's do that. And we'll see if we can churn out a few more blues. So now the reds are going to be being picked up and sent off to the refinery. The reds that get through this whole process here. Because let's see, they're grabbed here, they go through this, and I'm going to have this grab them and put them onto the main line. So every one that wasn't being grabbed from my own greed box would be being put back out on the line. And eventually grabbed and sent off to the refinery, where they will be processed into bigger, better, more powerful chips. We would do that right here. Of course. Greens. And reds. Greens and reds. We're going to need more... If we start grabbing a few more items, we're going to need more grabbers there. Otherwise, we're kind of screwed. Alright, time for that intermission. I've been threatening it. I really need to make a nice little lake house. Nice little AFK hut. Out here on the beautiful lake. See? It's like pristine, untouched real estate. Ha! And this is where I'm going to do my intermission. So, be sure and stay tuned. This is Permadeath. I'll be right back. This is Permadeath and I'm back. So let's have a look-see. I'm going to build a couple more things and I'll probably end this transmission trying not to do a marathon. I might do a marathon run, I don't know. Maybe this weekend, depending on the time. And if it all works out. Hey, this is only using half the belt. Let's fix that if we can. Or see why that's happening. We're doing good on power, which is surprising. I'd like to get the iron on both sides of the belt, if at all possible. Dead. We'll just make a stupid little change here. There we go. That didn't work at all. That wasn't what I planned to do. As silly as this is. There we go. I didn't have to do that, but especially because it looks like these mines are about dead anyway. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Okay, next thing we're gonna go fix. I might have to do some off-camera work, just some logistics. I'm not sure if people would want to tune in for no commentary, running around like an idiot trying to patch up little holes and unfinished projects that I've left here and there. Maybe. But yeah, I just need to... There's something here I wanted to have a quick look at. All said and done, it's not running so bad for the central spine method. I think it's actually working. It's not clogging up like it used to. A little bit, but that'll change because I want to add some more factories. I need to make a motor factory. Because I want to make tanks, so we're going to need motors, lots of them. I also want to start making trains, so we're going to need motors, lots of them. So at least 40 there, and I want 2 of these, so 40, 72. Did I do my math right? Do my maths? So I'm going to need at least 72 engines. You can't build those physically. And I want the modular armor because I want to start a war. And we'll need some shields and some batteries. Oh, I need that solar tech. That's another thing we need. Alright, what's taking these labs so long? Wait, did I buy something that costs blues? No, okay. It's just going to take them forever to get done. Wonder if I should expand this. Can we feed 3 of these? Yeah. As in 3 complete setups is what I'm saying. So let's do that because we're here. 2 more labs can't hurt. I hope they can't hurt. Okay. Let's go ahead and just take all of this out of everybody. About 2 per, at least, and then a few extras-ish. Same with greens. Things you gotta do to juggle the inventory here. Okay, so that's enough for 4. Good enough, whatever. Close enough. And these guys will get extras. It's all of them? Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Alright. That should speed up research a little bit. I could even go further. I could put these in there. Oh yeah, I can keep these handy and just click the building. Forgot about that little trick. My controls are kind of a nightmare. I really should probably reconfigure them. There we go. Faster research. Costing us a lot more power, but they're still getting what they need, so everybody's good. Excellent. Now, the motor factory, I'm thinking about doing like I did these factories, just side factories that I'll maintain myself. I think I might do that with the motor factories. Motors don't need anything special, easy stuff. Yep, we're gonna do it. And we want them to feed out of the same mutual system, so let's set that up first. And they'll all be feeding into their own chests, so we'll do that next. Okay, and a little bit of power. Power, 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 power. Where's the power? Guess I'll have to build some. There's one. Engines. Engines. Okay, now what do those take? Pipes. They take a lot of advanced stuff, quote unquote. It'd be fun to implement these on the line so that they're there permanently. That could be interesting. Because then I'd have to make a pipe factory, but I don't think I'm going to need that many engines. Because you can only drive one tank at a time. I'm thinking like forward operating bases filled with tanks, so if one gets blown up you just run off and grab another. That could be cool. Turn it into an RTS game. I might do that. I'm going to consider that for the future, for a future stream. Not right this moment though. Yeah, because actually this almost needs its own assembly line. It really does. Because now I'm finding myself wanting to build another factory. And this would build the pipes. That's where I'd put the iron, theoretically, something like that. It would build the pipes. Pipes would go straight into there. We could, in theory, drop some steel in there. And another stack of gears, and then we could theoretically go over here and grab a lot more steel because we have a bunch laying around. And I think I even have gears somewhere. Didn't we have gears laying around? Apparently not. They must have gotten used up. Now, that doesn't... what? Where... No, I don't believe that. I guess they did. Because there are definitely none in any of these boxes. Let's grab a couple of those for me. A couple of those for me. I already have some of that. Let's grab one more. Let's drop off some of this coal. We don't need that much. Don't need that much wood. I don't need metal ore at all. We'll keep the stone. Matter of fact, we'll take that stone. And yes. Maybe I won't close up the transmission. I'm on a roll now, I'm thinking. I'm just going to keep doing some stuff, and I'll close up soon-ish for tonight. Let's see, but for now, what was I thinking now? This is on a perpetual return loop. Coal's going to keep coming and going. I need iron. How much iron do I have on me? Not a whole lot. I'm going to turn this thing back on. Let it run for a little while. I'm not going to turn the coal chute back on because there's plenty of coal. I am considering adding... I just don't know if these are going to be extremely useful for me. Because I do have the defender capsules and they rock. I need to make this armor and get these turrets going. Oh, they take engines. Ah, crap. Alright. Alright, so I guess we need a lot more engines than I thought. So what I'm going to do real fast is I'm going to make a stack of gears. It's going to take me too long to make these. Okay, so we're going to make another factory. Can I make it feed directly in? Oh, so close. If I had one more square. Wait. I bet I can do it here. Let's see. Let's try this. No, it's too close. Drat. So close, so close. Alright. Quit being dumb. Just put this down here. The input and output. Chest and chest. And ta-da! And the input chest would get this and that. And it's going to make us gears. It'll put the gears out. And that'll be our own little separate gear supply for the motor factory. Because now we need a bunch of motors. I'm really tempted to make that a standing factory. We'd have to up the iron output. We might also be in an iron crunch. Let's go have a quick look at the future. The prospects of the future. We got plenty of copper for now. That'll last a long time. Ooh, iron, I'm not so sure. We got a lot. I mean, not a lot, but we got a little bit. I did that wrong. Half right. Coal, I was pretty worried about our fuel supply, coal-wise, etc., but I'm making my way the wrong way. I need to go get iron. Okay, so I also need these walls. So while I'm here, let's grab this. How much coal you got left? Here, have another 10. Plenty of bricks. Plenty of walls. We'll take all those. Because I've got big plans, but I need a lot of iron to make those plans happen. I'm not going to worry about this dead drill or any of these dead... Yes, I am. I am going to worry about these dead drills. Because I started to notice how many of them there were. Alright, let's clear the way here for a sec. Nothing there. Six. There. There. That's all we got, huh? 3? Okay. I guess I could have put that one up, huh? Oh well. Get off the conveyor belt. There's that one unpowered one. Gotta throw up a million lines. Alright, off to get iron. I need to build an express belt just for running back and forth. I'm still tempted to make a highway for a car. I'm trying to make this into a life sim. Alright, we're working okay, everything seems to be in order. Steel furnaces are going, I need iron for myself, so... Oops, we've been cleaning this one out, let's finish that off. Yeah, 6 should be enough. Plenty of tubing is going through. Sweet. Good, good. Let's see how well these factories are actually working here. Okay, this one is not going to get the plastic it needs because plastic is... Do I have the refinery feeding or not? I don't know. Let's put 200 into that. Grab what it's created so far, which is a depressingly low number of cogs there. Feed those into the machine. Along with one more thing of steel. The pipes are also needing metal. Ugh, alright. I'm really tempted to turn this motor factory into a permanent addition. I keep saying it, I should do it. It won't take that much effort. We'd have to up steel production in order to feed it, but it'd make our lives a lot easier. Enough cogs are being made to make it happen. We could get the iron in. We'd need... It basically would take the area that it's taking now, only a little less, because it would be controllable. Let's do that. I don't think I have an inventory room to carry all this stuff. But we'll try it. I knew it. I knew it. A chest that's not being used. This one. Hold all that for just a minute. And all those. I don't need that for the moment. I don't need the engines either. Okay. Okay. So what would happen is we would have a grabber, and it would want to grab things and start putting them in on the conveyor. Which would be right here, and it would go up like so. La 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 la. And I'll be right about here. That would be our pipe factory. That's really all we need. Pipes to be made. And then right here. That's basically what we need, right? Yeah, that's it. Pipes. It just needs iron. So iron. And this would be an actual engine factory. Motor factory. Steel and cogs. Steel. My interface control is terrible, and cogs. Had to go around. We're gonna have 2 of these factories because I think it takes them a while to work. Get rid of that and that because we don't really need those right now anymore. And we should be good to go here. Input, input. This would actually be the output. Input. Out and out. So our iron would come in here, go up here. What does this need? Perfect. Okay. Yep, same system as all the others. If nothing else, it's definitely a modular factory. And this would take off. But now we'll just put 1, and it's going to take the motors off. I want to try and leave the piping on the deck, but it'll end up clogging it. So I'm going to have, as silly as this may seem, it actually does work. I'm going to pull the piping here. And have this guy grab piping. And we're going to have to set up a couple of the grabber arms because we want to make sure that the piping comes back up to this place always. 1, 2. Trying to get them into the existing power zones. Stingy that way. All he's going to do for now is grab pipe. And the pipe. And the pipe. That way they'll all get returned up to that upper line. Over to power, power, power. Okay, this thing will actually start working probably almost immediately. We're going to need one more grabber, and that's going to go right here. And its job is going to be, if I'm not dumb, there we go, that and that. Any extras will get put back out on the line. And he should start putting out pipes. His output's here. And these guys are not grabbing because he's not even programmed to do engines yet because I'm silly that way. There we go. We're going to leave the thing to run, and we're going to grab engines down here at a separate grab point. Probably not with those grabbers, but these types. Like so. Bam, 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 bam. And engines. And engines. We are producing way too much tubing. That's a problem. We're going to fix that. I would like to have these. The 100. I want to try and stick with just... I don't know how to use this yet. And I'm going to learn how to do that with power switch so that could be used. Control the connections. I don't know anything about circuit networks. I'm going to probably do that off screen so as not to be incredibly derpy. Let's go ahead and research. Well, I'm not in a big hurry to push through research, so I think I might skip that one and go right to the explosive. It'll take a little while to unlock, but it's going to take us a while to prep up for... Wait a minute, I want these. That's what we need. Okay. This clearly needs to... Yeah, we have way too much copper piping or copper wiring coming out. Oh my god. Let's tone that back a little bit. Wow. Wow. Okay. I'm going to let the machine keep running, the machine being the factory. I'm going to let the factory keep running here. It'll sort itself out. It does have that capability. I am tempted to make more of these since I'm going to be picking a war. I'd also like to see what kind of output this facility can take. Ooh, so many good modules. Take all those. And all those. We'll leave those in there. I'm going to grab, actually, since we're here, let's grab a refresher of these. And some more of this. Okay. Now it's back to the refinery. I'm going to let this thing run for a while. And yes, the refinery is not putting out any products. And I do need to make another addition to the refinery when I'm over there. We need to add an explosives lab. Okay, why are we not getting... Oh yeah, I turned everything off. That's why we're not getting any steel in here. We'll go ahead and drop down 50 there. And yeah. Just dropping a little random stuff on the way through here. that's part of our problem right there, is there's no plastic being made. So these can't use the tubing they're supposed to use. There we go. I do have a greedy box going. I'm going to turn that off. Grab whatever I've managed to get so far. And run. My chips. Now I'm getting the hell out of here. There's way too much copper wiring on the line. I'm going to turn this all the way off. Where am I? 'Tis true we have overproduced, but I think it'll sort itself out. Actually, yeah, I think we're just going to leave the copper wiring off for just a little while. And we're going to head over to the refinery and do a couple of changes over on that end. If I remember where the door is. This conveyor is extremely slow. Because, well, there you have it. Because that's the way it is. And yes, it is grabbing coal and bringing it right back into the system. From both belts. Oh well. We'll deal with that some other time. So many little glitches like that in this system. I am going to be upgrading to laser. Oh, let's do that. And off we go to the refinery to add an explosives factory and start a little bit of work on the flamethrower defense. Now, to make this, we need sulfur, coal, and water. Sulfur comes in right here, as does coal. And water. We could really just set this thing up almost right here. It is made in a chemical plant, right? Yeah. Yeah, we could put this thing right here. Literally right there. We could even tighten it up a little bit. We put it right here. Like so. And we would need this. Wait a minute. Let's find out where it wants this stuff before we start going all stupid. Okay, so that would go there. This would go here and there, and it would be done. And ta-da, we're making explosives. Is it like this? No. It's got to actually touch, right? Yes. Just like that, and it would be ready to go. A little bit of sulfur in there, and it would be churning it out. And it'll eat whatever coal doesn't get used by the plastics factory, which right now I think is probably, yeah, as full as it's going to get. And that's returning the stuff. Ah, finally a green chip came this way. Haven't seen any reds yet, but that's to be expected. Okay, factory, the facility's looking okay. I need to add a solid fuel refinery and tap into this line and this line for the flamethrower defense. So we'll probably do that right here. Like this, as far as it'll go. And then like this, as far as it'll go. Ooh. Like so, and like so. Ooh, I made this too narrow. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Damn it. Okay, now before I take that whole thing down, or did I make it too narrow? I think it did. Well, not necessarily. Because I could take it up this way. Like so. Yeah, that would work. I could hug the wall. Okay, we'll keep this for now. Let's see if it works. I don't want to test this here because this is too... Ooh, you bastards. I better get this wall back up. Let's get this back up. Just for safety. These are going to be moved forward. I space them so they don't do combined fire, just to be chintzy and save on ammo. This area I'm going to extra fortify because it's important, and we can't afford to have it fall. They'll only combine fire basically if, let's see, did I go one pass? Yeah, two pass on that. Two pass should be best. There we go. This turret bugs me. Let's turn the wrong way. Don't know why. May have been shooting bugs. He's demoted to 11 rounds. I am expecting trouble from this direction. A lot of it. A lot of trouble. At the rate that the bugs are growing, I could probably expect trouble from just about every direction. But this direction is particularly important because we do have to secure that coal, and we're going to have to secure that iron that's down there. It's got to happen very soon in the future. So let's see how we can get that done. This is our main fuel source for what is going to be a flamethrower defense perimeter. We're going to need this for the tank. We need a lot of stuff. We're going to have to do a major upgrade. Like a major one. Oops. Just putting one per for the moment, so that way they all match. I think I have enough to afford all three. Yeah, I definitely do. So let's just do that instead. This should give us extra oil. Costing us more power, but we can deal with that. I'm going to be installing a brand new power grid to power the laser turrets, which will be part of our defense system here in a little while. Excellent. That's not going to produce, a ton more, but it'll add up over time. Alright, perimeter defense here. Flamethrower. I would run a petroleum line into the flamethrower, but we use this for so many different things. Are these working or are they locked up again? I think they're locked up again because these tanks are full. So we need two things. We need to continue these tap lines. We actually need 80,000 things, but these are the couple of things we need right this minute. Tap line across, tap line across, tap line across, tap line across. Okay. And at least one straight pipe so we know what's in each one of them. And now, wahahaha, we get rid of this crap. I think that's the only thing. Is that the only thing powering the whole thing? It is. Okay. Well, let's keep that in mind. We're going to make fuel factories now. So this is where we want to figure out what we need to make solid fuel. We need a chemical plant. We have one in our inventory, I thought. Nope, I used it. Let's make 3 of them. Now, we're going to want these to be able to tap into all of the lines. We can make each one dedicated, but we don't want to do that. We want to have them capable of being interchangeable so we can feed them into any. We're going to basically convert these into solid fuels, which will replace some of our coal and extend our coal supply just a little bit longer. These main feeds do need to continue at least this far. I probably should have built the refinery out this direction. Here come the bugs, they're attacking. I knew that was going to happen. Anyway, oh no, that's why I didn't, because there's the wells are out there. Okay, yeah, this is the space we've got, so let's deal with it. I can still use all of this down here if I need to, but we shouldn't need to. Depends on how much more advanced the petroleum products, what they require from us. So at the moment, we want an interchangeable system where all 3 can be tapped into. Let's run the pipe for that, shall we? Let's start with that pipe. Go with the longest one first. Want to make sure that we're at least one away from the other pipe. 2 would be optimal to avoid any not wanted crossovers. See, like here, I really don't want to run it this way. I need a nexus, basically. Let's just cancel this. Hold on, hold on. But we can't have the lines cross. Oh, hey, look, reds are appearing. Oh, we're actually going to make blue chips? Maybe. What else do these guys need? That's it. They're getting what they need. We might see some actual... Yeah, we are. We're seeing output. Awesome. I don't have a catcher for those yet on the other end. Okay, so back to what we were doing. To do the solid fuel, they need water, right? I think pretty much everything needs water. Oh, no, they don't. Oh, sweet. Let's see. I would like to have an on-off switch. Landfill could help me build my lake house. Let's go ahead and research. It's quick and easy. It'll be done before you know it. Back to this. We need a central pipe that can take all 3 pipes coming in. I'd like to have these facilities down here if at all possible. Something like this, basically. I guess I could just do direct taps, couldn't I? And not overcomplicate it. It's basically something as simple and derpy as this. Yeah, that's it. That's all I need. And then I'm just going to have to do basically custom taps, which wouldn't be a big deal. So let's say we want to start with... I'm going to start draining these tanks one at a time here. So we're going to want to turn these... What's the easiest way to do this? All of these are overly complex. Okay, I'm just going to turn these off. For now. I'll probably totally forget they're off before next episode, and we'll end up, you know, leaving them off forever and going, why are these tanks empty? But in that time, I'm going to go ahead and burn off some of this heavy oil. Actually, it looks like we've got an overabundance of light oil. Now, that brings me around to something. Engines. I think these should require lubricant, like the electric engines do. Only they should require light oil. Electric engines require this, and I think that's about the only thing that requires it. Or is it? Oh no, wait a minute. Where's those flame turrets? Don't they require... yeah. Oh no, not to build them. Okay. They just require it for fuel. Plastic explosives. Need those blue processors, which are being put out right now. Okay, so we would want to convert light oil to solid fuel. Light oil is solid fuel, light oil is solid fuel. And these... oh, nice. I'm going to go with grenade damage. No, I'm not. I'm trying to save blues for the moment and get all the easy stuff out of the way. That's expensive, though. I hear shotguns are good. I haven't had good experiences with them, so I don't know. We could do the efficiency module. Reduces energy consumption. I'm really not that interested in it. But I think I need to have all of them, yeah, for the power armor. But I'm not doing power armor anytime really soon. Oh, this could be important. That'll help my drones do more damage, obviously. Okay, so now we've got these, and I wanted to add these to them. Like so. And now we do our direct taps from here to there. Yeah, hell, this is a hell of a lot easier than what I was thinking about doing. Might not look as cool, but there we go. We're putting out solid fuel. Now, how do we get that back into the furnaces and where it needs to actually go? Well, let's see if we can make an interchange. Not really, kinda. Yeah, actually we could. However, I would like this fuel to go to better use than just fueling the furnaces. I'd like it up here. This is where I would really like to see it used. I wonder if I could run it up a conveyor belt and feed it right into the coal line. That's a great idea. That's completely up the lines of the Willy Wonka stuff we're shooting for here. Look at all those bugs! Wow! Okay. We're going to be taking them on really, really soon. We're definitely going to be up in production, that's for sure. We're going to need to put out a lot more ore here. And yeah, I'm going to try and run a conveyor belt right here. It won't be very difficult at all. We will just put up some smart grabbers, and they will grab solid fuels. Where are those solid fuels? Solid fuel. There you go. Excellent. This will help compensate a little bit so our coal will last just a little bit longer. And for now we'll just run that straight through. We'll gate it later if we have to. What, I'm really out of conveyor? Really? I'm going to build some out here rather than go all the way back to the base. Just like so. Okay, wait a minute. I think I screwed everything up when I did that. I did. Alright. There we go. Kinda looks like crap. We're on a little bit of power to these and we should be ready to go. Like that. Perfect. Ha 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 ha. Let the fuel flow. That is going to make our lives a lot easier. It's going to cut back on our coal consumption quite a bit. Now, this is an intermittent fuel source, so it's not to be relied on permanently. But as long as it's running, we can actually cut the coal off. That's right in the area where there's no power. I love that. There we go. Alright. Yeah, look at all that fuel. Damn! Now, how fast is it consuming the stuff in the tank? No noticeable difference, really. Let's go see how fast the tanks are dwindling. They're not. I will say this, my refinery systems are kind of nice. They're a little crazy looking, but they work. They work. And everything's on its own separate little leg, so you can isolate any one system pretty easily. Alright, okay, so while that's just churning out fuel like a madman, let's go down here and start doing some more work. We are going to be building flame turrets. Not here. That's not for this area. But we are going to be building them up here. So the pipe would run basically all the way along this wall. I'm going to adjust this. I don't care if it's equidistant or not. I just want to make it a straight run. So that way there's not a kink in the wall. Because it's just unnecessary bending of the pipe that I don't feel like doing later. And we'll eliminate this because we don't need it there anymore. Same with this one. Move this turret forward, as well as this one. That's not the turret I'm looking for. It's always nice to have a gun at the gate, right? Figure out what to do. I might use poison capsules to try and clear the woods so that we can make the perimeter go all the way around. Because I'm just, with the number of bugs that we have around, we're definitely going to have some problems. We're going to have some real problems. Right now, the only reason I'm not having problems is because my pollution is being absorbed by the woods. Is there a button that allows you to drop off half stacks? Does anybody know? Okay, let's double up the walls here. A couple of key places. I think I'm just going to do one instead of two like I've been doing. One on either side of the turret to keep them from getting nibbled. Keep them from getting nibbled up close. Again, I've heard the shotgun's pretty good, the combat shotgun, but I'm not that high up on the tech level yet. But I might... Do I... Meh. Expensive, really freaking expensive. Kinda expensive. Cheap ass. Let's do all the cheap ass stuff first. Like, this won't cost us but a couple of seconds of time. Alright. And double up on this turret. Like so. This guy I don't know what to do with yet. We'll figure that out later. Alright. Get these back in the main inventory. I'm going to build some more gates just for future use. I'm already out of walls? Didn't I grab a few hundred? I guess I burned them making this perimeter right here. So, here's where we're going to use the flame turrets, because if we end up setting a big-ass fire, there's not a big-ass forest that's going to burn down because of them. Now, notice the turrets have minimum range, so we're going to want to strategically place him kinda like there. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's sitting on the 5th. 2, 3, 4, sitting on the 5th, and he's back against the wall. I just lost count. 3, 4, 5. And actually, I don't want him against. That's where we want it, like that. Is that where he was? Damn it! 1, 2, on the 5th, right where I'm standing, like so. And then the piping will basically come right into it, right onto the other side of it. A lot of this piping will be underground. I'm just putting this out for reference purpose. I know you can make ghost images, but I don't want to start doing that because I'll end up confusing the hell out of myself. Yeah, I have the resources. Hell with it. I'm going to go ahead and build the other two. What am I missing? Batteries. I want to couple these with laser turrets and hopefully do away with gun turrets entirely. So that way we'll have self-perpetuating turrets that won't require us to feed ammo to them all the time. Although feeding ammo to something all the time does sound like fun because it makes the factory more clumsy. Okay, what's his fire arc? I should put him regularly. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put him where I think I need him. Like here we're going to want to have overlapping fields of fire. So I think I'm going to put one right here. And one right here. Wait a minute. That's a big ass forest that could burn down. We're not going to do that. So I guess that's where gun turrets will still be useful. Anyway, this is our flamethrower defense area. And if the bugs achieve a breach, which it looks like they're definitely trying. Look at all these bugs. Damn. I have to make more repair thingies. Very technical term there, repair thingies. Repair pack. Okay. And this guy's clearly going to need a little bit more ammo. As will this guy. Ooh, yeah. And probably this one. No, he's doing fine. Okay. Excellent. Let's do shooting speed. Here could use one of the turrets. I just have to be careful where I place it so it doesn't burn down the woods. No, there's not that much of a risk. We could put it right here-ish. Gives a pretty good spread of fire. How about right here? I like that better. Then we could do away with this gun. Of course, we could do away with that gun a little later. Oh, there they are. Yeah, bugs are fast, huh? So, let's put that turret back. Whoops, don't build the turret, you dummy. Put this one back, and then we'll move it later when I fill this in. You know what? We'll delay that and just put one here on the corner. I want to get overlapping areas of effect, so let's see. Not really going to happen. I'm not sure. I don't think I want to put... Well, if I burn these woods down, it's not a horribly great loss, and it shouldn't jump over to my woods. So I am going to put one right about here. And then probably another one a little further down the line. So that one's going to be right there. And then probably still going to put one here on the corner. Those are the priority ones. We're going to need a lot of piping. Okay, this thing's been putting out fuel this whole time. How much? Yeah, it hasn't used any of the light oil yet. Okay. So that tells me... Yeah, I already have productivity modules in them. What does he need? Coal and sulfur. Wonder if I should make this so it has a chest. Wonder if I should make that so it has a chest, so I can grab excess coal and sulfur and stockpile it. No, we don't need that many explosives, I don't think. Maybe we need more than we think. Well, it'll put them out as fast as it can. And we could even squeeze out like extra if we go with one of these. And we'll see what comes out of it when we finally fire that up, which will be very soon. Probably next episode, because I think I'm going to wrap up this episode. Because I think I've done most of the busy work I was considering doing. You know what, let's seal up this hole, because we're getting more bugs coming from the south, so I don't have any walls. Yes, no I don't. Quit it. Okay, our next technology is going to be... What's the cheapest? Ooh, purples. I bet those are expensive to make. Nah. I've been avoiding that one deliberately because I'm not in a hurry to unlock the research. Substations. I don't even know what those do. I think they provide power in a large radius or something similar. 300 of each. Wow, it's kind of pricey. I'm going to go with the bullet damage. And I have just enough bricks on me to make enough bricks to, yeah, to finish that. Okay, so... Alright, yes, like I said, I think that's where I'm going to wrap up this episode. Most of the busy work's done. The factory over there is running. We'll go harvest it, basically, with the next episode. And next episode, I think the promised war is going to begin, because there's bugs in my face. And they're just getting worse. The longer I procrastinate, the worse they get. We have to secure this coal. Even if we don't use it right this minute, we need to secure it. We need to secure this iron. Even if we don't use it immediately, we need to have it. I'd really like to have this. Now the thing is this world doesn't have a whole bunch of resources. I mean, they're there, it's just they're pretty wide between the there's pretty wide distance between them. I'd really like to up my radar scan. Ooh, that's a really rich oil field right there. Look at that hive, holy crap. That's another really rich oil field that I'd like to have. So yeah, I think the next couple episodes are going to concentrate around me trying to clear out a lot of this. Actually, a lot of this right around here. This is going to be a problem. That's a gigantic hive of bugs. These two are going to be a problem because they're so close to each other. This one will go in trash. It shouldn't be too bad. It's got a couple of artillery bugs. We can see it down here at the south. Yeah, it's definitely got a couple of artillery bugs. Those things. 3 of them. Crappy. And only 1 biter spawner. So this one will be a small. We can take care of that. I need to make some armor. I'm debating if I should make some modular armor or if I should just hold out. I think we might have, you know what, before I fold up this episode, let's go back to the main factory and see what it's been putting out. Because I do know a couple of blue chips got made and put out, so they must be out here somewhere in circulation. Oh crap! Look at all the gears. We got way too many gears. And what that is, that's a byproduct of I don't have other stuff running. So we probably just have like gears and copper wiring. Let's turn everything off. Oh, I ran out of lights. It's been a while. Usually because I recycle them. I don't actually use them. I just use them as a marker. Okay, so I went ahead and turned off everything. I may have to go around and manually feed the machines a little later, but wow, look at all the... Actually, we can use all these gears, and I know exactly where we can use them. In the machine. In the motor factory that I have up north. I'm going to make that a permanent part of the factory. That's definitely going to happen. And we can just turn it off and on as we need to, basically, is what it'll come down to. Because I am going to make tanks galore. I may stop research before long, because I don't want to get to end game. I want to just keep building the clumsy factory. I don't know how actually close I am to end game. Technology speaking, I've still got a little ways to go, and I'm certain that some of this is going to cost a lot to unlock. Yeah. Oh, that's not much. That's kind of expensive. A lot of these are pretty cheap. I can make power armor right now. Do I have power armor 1? No, I don't. What do I need to get there? I have modular. I'm basically almost ready to research it. The only thing I'm missing is speed module and electric engines. That'll be our next research. Okay. Oh, I did already make it part of the fact. Man, I'm dumb. Alright. So... This clearly, yeah. Okay, so yeah, dumb guy is gonna call it a night. Oops, that's probably not the best place. Let's put those here. Grab all that. Put that in here with the others. Do I have any motors? No. I'll take the ones that are here and I'm going to put them down in the box. I'm going to take these chips and put all of them into the same area, like so. I'm going to keep some of these gears for personal use. I'm just setting myself up for next episode here, kinda. We'll put the batteries away. I'll keep a couple for myself. Let's Let's go see what we produced while we were away. Hey, not so bad actually. A lot of reds, a lot of greens. Not so bad. We could probably up that quite a bit. And these are supposed to be grabbing motors, but they never got any. Why did I never get any motors put out? Are these turned the wrong way? No, they're not. Where's the steel? Why am I not getting any steel? I know iron's turned off and all. I'm just gonna force feed some steel into the motor factories real fast. I've been saying I was gonna close up the episode, but I keep doing all this little busy work. I could do this off camera, but that wouldn't be as fun. And we'd lose story continuity. We have so many pipes. I'm going to turn the pipe factory off. Now we need these pipes actually. We can put them to good use, trust me. Because we're going to need to make that flamethrower defense. It's going to take hella piping. I was going to run a lot of it underground, but that's not as much fun. So I think I'll keep all those, to tell you the truth. And now, for really real, I'm going to wrap up this transmission for tonight. After I choose cheap and easy tech. Cheap and easy, cheap and easy. That's pretty cheap and easy. Okay, so that's it. Another night with the dysfunctional Willy Wonka factory. It's working. It actually seems to be functioning so far. And again, you know, taking my time, treating it more like a survival sim than a super factory builder. And yeah, just basically trying to go with my own design. Try not to watch anybody else's tutorials or anybody else's videos. Although I did see one that is worth checking out. They did Factorio Swarm mode is worth looking at on YouTube, where they just opened the server to whoever was watching the stream, and I think they ended up getting like 160 players on the game. The factory is amazing, and the crowd dynamic is amazing. A lot of fun to watch. In any event, so I would definitely highly recommend that transmission. I watched it and got a couple of inspirations to make my own little factory city run here. But I will say, next episode we're going to be concentrating on clearing out some of these damn bugs. We have to get this coal. I'll feel so much more comfortable if we have this large coal bed under our control. I also want this iron. Probably going to secure the iron first because reasons. This hive is smaller, this hive is small. We can set up a fortified base, take out these two, secure this area, and we'll have ourselves some more iron. And that'll make me more confident as well. But that's definitely going to be next episode, because I'm going to call it a night for now. Oh yeah, we're also going to build a lake house, as promised, out here somewhere. Since we now have landfill, probably out here. We'll build a little bridge out there and make an AFK place. Anyway, every building game you have to have an AFK hut. Okay, so that's the basics for tonight's permadeath. We built some stuff, fixed and tweaked some stuff, and everything seems to be running pretty well. So I think next episode's where it's going to start getting intense, because as it is a permadeath run, I don't want to die, and fighting these bugs can be very dangerous. Right now I don't have any armor, so we're going to be making some armor, putting together some weapon systems, and considering forward operating bases and the use of tanks, lots of them. I think that's what's going to happen. So a major rebuild on the factory is on the horizon. And major being, we're going to up the amount of resources coming in so that we can start mass producing warfare materials so that we can secure that coal. I do want this. I really do. But it's surrounded by a lot of nearby hostility. So this might be harder to get than I think. So for now, there. This is going to be the biggest challenge with those woods in the way. I'm just not looking forward to it. Anyway, but that's next episode. So for now, as always, until next time, this is Permadeath Extraordinaire. Loving y'all.